Hey, it's Schwartz. Big week ahead of us. Listen, we're announcing the album on Friday, and it feels like you are not in the album game. You are elsewhere. You're busy talking to Nick all the time and telling people about your masturbation habits and all this ridiculous shit. You're doing a lot of stuff that doesn't necessarily help you with your album. So please, it's go time. It's a big week. You have a show at the Fox. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's time to focus on this new music. I know you think you're a dancer and you get paid to be on Twitch, but I'm sorry to report. First and foremost, you're Andy Frasco, the musician. You have a great band, the UN. Those guys are in the game. Please get in the game. It's go time. Let's start making content to promote this album and this new music. I'm kind of over the dick joke.
Andy, Andrew, it's Nick, your podcast co-host. I assume you're out doing something fun right now that I wasn't invited to, and that's why you didn't answer. Anyway, I got some good news and some even better news. The good news is people are loving the off-brand, off-color comedy of the podcast. The better news is you don't have anything going on right now, so we can really focus on that, okay? I want to make sure that you are a podcast host first. Let's put that musician thing to the side, because that's not going anywhere.
Sounds okay. Let's see. Ooh! You know what time it is.
Time to be clapping.
And we're back.
People love the Fatboy Slim episode.
People are fucking jacked up. Let's shout out to Fatboy coming to the house.
And they love your Bumble.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I got a few messages about that.
Oh, God. How embarrassing.
You been on this week?
No, I deleted it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I embarrassed you so bad you deleted it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck you, Nick.
Fuck yeah. That's probably good for you.
Andy Frasco's World Saving Podcast. I'm Andy Frasco. This is Nick Gerlach. How you doing? How's our heads? How's our minds? We getting out of this?
Hearts.
How's our hearts? Seriously, how's
That's
your
for your
heart
mom.
doing?
I want to make sure she wants you to say them all.
I feel really fulfilled. My heart is really fulfilled.
Really? Why? Because you went to New York and Tampa Bay?
Yeah, traveled.
He made a music video about him, and then a bunch of people cheered for him in warm weather. So he's feeling good about himself, guys.
I do feel good. I think that's all you need, just a little recharge.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've never been off the road this long, man.
Oh.
So,
I mean, it hasn't been that long. It's been a
3
month.
weeks, a month.
You've been off the road for a month before. That's ridiculous.
No.
Really?
Yeah, never.
That's sad, kind of.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe it isn't.
That's all I know. Everything I've always wanted when I was a kid, I'm finally doing it. And, it's like, I got to stop sweating the small stuff.
You finally have your dream, and it's not what you wanted.
Yeah.
That's like the classic tale, you get there, and you're like, maybe I should have had a wife and kids. Dad, you hiring?
Yeah.
You just go back to LA and sell real estate.
Oh, man. What if I was a real estate?
Murder it.
In real estate?
Yeah, because I feel like half of being a real estate agent is just like selling yourself.
Yeah.
And there's a certain kind of person that's a real estate agent online. You know what I'm saying? You'd be so good at like the content and like marketing yourself.
I think that's what helped me. I've seen my dad market himself, but he's not that dude who's like wearing like
it's a different era,
a suit and a big old banner like, and Bruce Frasco, real estate.
Is he doing commercial real estate though?
Commercial.
A little different ball game. That's more business to business. So it's like, you don't
keep it chill.
Yeah. You don't need to be on Instagram for that. You know what I mean? But
real estate, selling residential real estate. Some of those agents are funny.
They're funny. Some of them are like,
they're intense.
Like stand-up comedian. Yeah, they're very intense.
It's like Brenda from REI.
Yeah, exactly. They all have the same like hair, and it's like they're aggressive personalities.
They do got an aggressive personality.
Yeah, you have to, I think.
Yeah, you have to be kind of like a shark to get like a bunch of people to.
Because it's not, it doesn't take a lot to become a licensed real estate agent,
No.
But so there's a lot of them, so the competition must be fierce.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that do it and they just never really do it too,
Yeah. I have a lot of friends in LA who do it and just fucking kill.
Oh, I have a friend back in Indiana. It's like he switched to that from music and he's just crushing it.
Yeah.
Murdering. He's like the perfect guy for it.
And you think about like houses, like when you have to buy something in LA or in New York.
3% of 2 million,
Yeah. Fuck, we are in the wrong fucking industry.
Speaking of LA. Lakers.
The Lakers are not.
Cavs, yay.
Cavs are good.
Cavaliers fan, everyone.
This is like totally, you know.
But you got the Rams.
It's so LA. This whole year of Lakers basketball is just what the idea of what I don't like about LA.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
Just like, you know, they could have got a guy like Buddy Hield who actually fit the team.
Why didn't they trade for
Instead, they got a fucking star, Russell Westbrook, and like, because that's the homies, and you know, those are the boys to LeBron, and like, it's like, oh, it's such politics. LA is such fucking politics.
That Kings trade would have been great.
I know. No one wants me to talk about the Lakers bitching because it fucking fucks me up.
Rams are in the Super Bowl.
I'm supposed to be happy, dude. It's kind of like judging a book by its cover, though.
No, because I think I am just who I am, like right away, and I think that kind of scares people. I don't think I have a cover. I think you're like on page 65.
No, what about like when you're judging others?
I don't know. There's a lot of stand-up comedians, for example, where I'm like, they are really good at stand-up, and I'm not laughing at all, but like they're good at it, you know?
Right.
That doesn't make them bad. I just don't like it.
But if we could like take the idea of just like observing or critiquing in the first second and just like actually hear someone out first, maybe.
Yeah. I trust my instincts, though. I feel like I'm right a lot too, though. You know, there's people where I'm like that person, and then 6 months later they do something weird. And it's
all right,
like,
let's play a game. Hey, Bo. I want you to put up random people on the screen.
Famous people?
Anything.
Okay.
Musicians, actors, and just random people on the street.
No porn stars. I won't know who they are.
No porn.
Right, Grandma?
Do you like Nancy Pelosi?
No one likes Nancy Pelosi. Does anyone like Nancy Pelosi? Like, do I agree with her politics? Sometimes, I guess. You know what I mean? Do I like her as a person? No. Who would like her? How is she allowed to?
What if she's like the nicest, baddest bitch on the planet?
She might be, but like, how could she? Well, she is a bad bitch. You don't get to that point in government without being a bad bitch.
Yeah. What about
I don't really trust anyone that far in government generally.
Yeah.
Especially if you're 80, like retire. Why do you need this power?
Yeah,
I don't get why you have to retire when you're 64, but you can work in government until you're 97.
Or like having
Strom Thurmond was like 94 and he was like a senator from South Carolina or something, you know?
Really?
That should be illegal.
Then what? It's the same thing. What about Goose? Put Goose up there. What do you think of Goose?
Fire.
Do you think these guys are hot?
Hell yeah.
Not the animal. Not the animal.
Rick and the gang?
Yeah, Rick and the gang. What do you think of these guys?
Yeah, they're hot.
Rick is hot.
Dude, Andy's like mysterious.
Yeah, he's got
Have you ever talked to him? Oh, you've interviewed him.
I don't like, we're not like friends. Like we don't text each other. I'll text Pete every now and then, but Rick is hot.
Rick is really hot.
Like, I don't zoom up on Rick.
He's the one leaning back with the bulls.
He's on the left. He's on the far left. Dude, come on.
And like, he's just cool. He's just cooler than both of us combined.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that guy doesn't care what anyone says about him.
Yeah, probably not.
He's just like, cool, I'm going to riff guitar and sing great songs.
You know, it's so amazing. I just think just being hot is amazing.
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know either.
You're hot.
I'm not hot.
Okay. You get like, some girl just Instagrammed you today privately to ask you on a date that you never met before.
So?
That means you're hot.
No.
You're not as hot as
What if people
Rick.
like my brain,
I mean, you're
too?
not as hot as, well, that's part of being hot.
Yeah?
How you carry yourself. Maybe you're not hot, actually. No, but I mean, you're a good looking guy. You're good looking though, right?
I don't think I'm good looking.
Come on.
I'm very insecure about myself, actually.
Are you Rick? No. Okay.
I'm not hot Rick.
But Rick's different. That's a different kind
Am
of
I like
thing.
Joel hot?
You're hotter than Joel, probably, right?
I don't know. I don't judge how hot I am.
Tough one. He's got a better body than you for sure.
Yeah, he pull up Joel again.
But so I think you might be hotter. You're a little more unique look than him, but his body's better than yours.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Wow. Speaking of hot stuff, Repsy.com.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Guys, I just had a call with Repsy yesterday, and they're saying that we've had so many bands
really
from the podcast sign up for Repsy. So shout out to y'all. Repsy.com. Get your band out there.
Oh, dude, we should ask them for more money.
No, they've been nice to us. They're good to us.
I know.
Sign up for Repsy.com. But also, here's the kicker. You know who else could sign up for Repsy.com? Venue owners, bars.
Oh, you can do business.
Wedding planners. So we could flip it.
Whoops.
So if you got a bar and you need some bands to play, there's like over 250, over 300 bands now on Repsy.com.
I feel like we're marketing.
Shout out, dude. Shout out to everyone listening to the podcast.
Hell yeah.
We're influencing, baby.
Fuck yeah.
We're fucking influencers.
It's because we're genuine and honest. If we don't like someone we see on the screen, we say it.
Exactly. Speaking
I like them as people, for the record.
What?
Well, we'll get back to it.
Okay. So if you guys own a bar or if you own a venue and you're not like one of the Live Nations or the AEGs of the world and you're independent, sign your venue up to Repsy.com as well. Or if you're a wedding planner, they said they do a shit ton of weddings. They book a shit ton of weddings.
There's a lot of weddings good right now because everybody's making up.
Yeah.
They didn't have weddings for a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Think about that.
So sign up for Repsy.com, REPSY.com. All right. We're going to have a great week. I have a feeling this is going to be a great fucking week. I'm going to Vail. I don't know. You said it's supposed to snow today.
It's supposed to snow 8 inches tonight.
Oh, fuck. It's nice. Oh, you'd be so proud of me.
8 inches joke about penis. I don't know. Whatever.
I stayed inside last night.
Wow, congrats. You stayed in on a Monday.
Let's fucking go.
It's a Monday, dude.
What?
I'll be impressed when you stay in for a Friday.
Ew. Why?
Ow. Why would you do that, though?
I'd rather go out during the week than not on the week.
Yeah, that's when all the
that's
basic
when everyone.
People are
It's like everyone's out. I'd rather just like go to a bar where there's like 6 people there and just fucking
have a couple drinks,
pound one out.
Pound one out.
Yeah, just have a little quick blackout and then go to bed.
What? Do you black out every time you drink?
I mean, I don't stop until I go to bed.
What do you mean by blackout? Do you not remember what you did?
I mean, I don't know. I totally remember everything I do. I just think like after 6, 7 drinks, I mean, you're intoxicated.
I haven't had 6, 7 drinks in so long. I like to have 2 or 3.
When I don't like drink. I hate drinking during the day now. Yeah.
What?
It just made, like when I was younger and I drank during the day, it made me, I was cool with it. I was like, yeah, I could get a little,
I hate it.
I
get anxiety if I get drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, I'm a loser. I'm not going to be able to do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone knows I'm drunk. I'm at the grocery store. I look like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I hate it.
So now as I get older, I've been just like trying to pound like 6 or 7, 8 drinks in like from like 10 to 2.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's healthier. I don't know. 8? That's a lot of drinks.
I don't think I do 8, but I definitely will do when I'm out.
We're worried about you out here.
Hey, Bo, when I'm out, I have shots and vodka sodas, right?
Maybe you should cool it on the shots. Shots are bad for your liver, man.
I know. I don't know. I'll have like 4 vodka sodas and maybe like 4 or 5 shots.
Then wake up and take a Tylenol.
And take an Alka-Seltzer.
Oh, that's
And then
good.
I'll take my probiotic, and then I'll take vitamin D, and I'll take 4 spirulinas.
What's a spirulina?
Great. It's like an algae that supposedly helps fight cancers and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm actually anti-cancer, so
yeah,
that's good.
I'm excited. Oh man, I had the craziest dream. You ever have a dream? Oh yes,
we gotta do the whiskey thing.
I know we can, but
I've been having fucking nightmares lately,
dude. I've been having the weirdest dreams about my friends, like you and like.
You had a dream about me?
Yeah.
What happened?
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
But I had this one dream of my buddy Aaron Breslow from
LA?
Middle school LA, and it really shook me that I texted him right when I woke up. It was like he had cancer.
Ooh.
And I didn't know if it was like referring to me having cancer because I'm neurotic. Like, I believe in like when you see dreams and shit, sometimes like
it comes
telling
true.
you something or.
Yeah, I think it's more like, yeah, I believe that to a certain degree, but not that far.
So we had cancer, and there was like in LA they had a cancer results party.
like a gender reveal. It's cancer.
And it just felt.
What the fuck?
It was such a weird.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Dream.
Did you microdose that day?
No, but I didn't drink
because I
didn't smoke.
Here's the thing: I've been microdosing more lately. Whenever I do it, I have insane nightmares that night, and it's awesome. I love nightmares.
Ugh.
No, because I love the feeling when you wake up and it wasn't real.
Ooh, God, I hate nightmares. I
love them. I get so immersed in them, and it's so
you
bad.
You are a sick fuck. You like nightmares?
Dude, I remember them for like 20 minutes after I wake up, and then they're gone. And I get so immersed in these situations, and it's always something where something's fucked up, and I need to fix something, and I can't do it, or something like that, or something scary, or someone's sick, or usually I fucked up.
I had a nightmare about you.
What, that I came over and did a podcast with you?
And took over the show. and basically took the whole podcast.
Are you worried about me?
No,
I'm just kidding.
Because that was like, wasn't a nightmare. It was just funny that.
I bet your brain's telling you that Nick guys, they're starting to like Nick. I don't know. You're not getting all the attention anymore.
No. It wasn't like that. It was more like, it wasn't about your personality. It was just like, like, you know how like people fight for like when we divorce? Like, I'm taking the podcast.
Oh, yeah, you can keep the podcast. We don't get divorced.
I'm keeping the podcast. I'm like, fine. I'm keeping the dog. Like we were married.
Well, we kind of are.
What?
We are.
That makes me happy.
You're closer. You're the closest thing to a husband I've ever had.
You're the closest thing to a best friend since Dolov.
Yeah, I'm actually a better friend than him too. I'm just kidding. He's a way better friend than me. He brings you little gifts and trinkets and pictures.
Yeah, all these little pictures.
He's so fun.
God, Nick,
I want to be more like Dolov.
I just want to say I'm so thankful you're in my life.
That was fun when we. You're welcome. Actually, sorry, I got
pick
sidetracked.
All these
ADD.
different people, and you picked me to be.
I know
your best
because
friend.
you do fun stuff and you make stuff. You don't just complain about people.
So you're using me.
No, I like to do stuff too, but I don't like to collaborate with people that don't like to do anything.
So when are you going to tell me you love me? I
did already, remember?
I know, but it's a new year.
Well, we got to get 1,000 Patreon followers when we put it up, and then I'll say I love you again.
Speaking of new sponsors and new friends and new opportunities.
Booze.
Dude, Screwball fucking whiskey.
Never had it.
They're sponsoring the pod. Let's go. Thank you, Screwball.
It's a peanut butter whiskey.
It's a peanut butter whiskey.
It's only 11 in the morning, but I'll taste a little.
What time is it? It's 11:54.
Oh, okay, noon.
We just talked about it on the pod. Like, I don't like drinking during the day, but fuck it. You want some of this?
It's always noon somewhere.
Okay. I like peanut butter whiskey. I used to drink it at
there you go. That's
PB
fine.
Noodle House.
I never had it.
Oh my god, they use these
how peanut
butter jelly shots.
Oh no,
which are fucking fire.
Sounds like some sorority shit.
It's a little bit of a sorority stuff, but it's so fucking good. So cheers. Screwball, thanks for being a partner of the podcast.
We got to tell them about the hashtag.
So what's the actual plan of this thing? We're building this as we go.
No, I'm just kidding. I like it. I just never
like
had
it.
The first time I taste alcohol, that it's like, you know.
I was worried about it being too sugary.
Ooh, it's more peanut, but it's like
That's
a smooth. It's like organic peanut butter instead of like the sugary peanut butter.
It's like that Whole Foods peanut butter.
Exactly. It's good.
I like it.
It's more peanut butter than I thought it was going to be.
I was worried about it because I was like, fuck, I'm going to have to drink this every day. Is it too sweet? I'm going to get cavities.
Every day. As you slam 8 fruit by the foot.
That's true.
This bro eats Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and fruit by the foot every day. Oh my God, let's put the podcast on vinyl.
Oh my God, that's a great idea.
I bet we could sell 50 of those.
We'll put it on our Patreon.
Let's do one and we'll
do like 130 or what do they call it? 30 millimeter? What?
A 45.
A 45.
No, it's only like 10 minutes aside too.
So
we should put a pod on vinyl and then maybe we'll do like a giveaway for the Patreon or something. It's not that expensive to make vinyl.
But it takes like 20 years.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
I forgot.
Fucking.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I am so lucky. We prepared because I feel bad for bands
when you do vinyl,
are trying to release new records. They're like, "Fuck, we can't release it in 7 months because of fucking vinyl."
And vinyl's like a thing right now,
dude. It's the only way to make money.
It's CDs are out.
Yeah.
Apparently, no one's listening to CDs in their car anymore.
How many people buy CDs at the merch table? Very few.
How many vinyls?
So I tell fucking Schwartz.
The vinyls.
No one's buying fucking CDs anymore.
Okay, Schwartz, come on. CDs.
It's not 2002 anymore, Schwartz. Stop making me buy fucking CDs.
This isn't the Circle Center Mall in Indianapolis. This isn't Sam Goody.
This is goddamn Andy Frasco concert, baby.
You know who does sell CDs? Country music artist.
I bet.
Watch it, Andy.
Okay,
we're not all from LA, buddy. Okay. I had to.
We're on fire today. You had to do it.
That's why I'm here.
I know.
Someone's got to be honest.
We're going to have a great day. We're having Screwball. We're having Screwball Repsy cocktails for the podcast. And I just am thankful for the new partnership. So go grab some Screwball wherever you can find it. It's really fucking good.
Hell yeah.
All right. We're going to have a good week.
Half hour.
Yeah, we're already done. Elizabeth Cook's up
next.
We'll
have to cut out the part where I made fun of that band I don't like.
Yeah, we will.
I don't like them as people, though. It's fun to cut it out, but leave this on so they can be like, I wonder who he's making fun of.
Yeah. It's okay. Why don't you like that band?
It's just the music. I just don't really like the music. I like as people off stage, they're great guys. That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't have to like,
I know.
I mean, a lot of people probably don't like whatever. It's fine. I don't need to be liked by every single person.
Yeah, same here. I would
go get a beer with them.
Yeah. I still think about that. Like if I need to be liked by everybody. I don't anymore. Fuck that.
Why would you care about that? That's your brand. It's like, why? If everyone liked you, you would be a failure.
Yeah, or I'd be stale.
You'd be a failure.
What do you mean?
Think of all the most successful things. They're hated. You're not doing anything unless like 20% of people hate it.
You're right.
McDonald's, 80% of people love it, but the fucking people hate it too, right?
Yeah.
Who else? There's plenty of stuff like that. EDM.
Yeah, you're right.
The Beatles.
That's what I'm talking about. Optimism. We are going to have a great week.
Yeah. Everyone doesn't need to like you. You know?
Not about, yeah, you're right.
No, I'm saying be yourself.
Yeah.
Don't worry about other people, what they think about it.
You're right.
You'd be a lot happier if you just do what you like all day.
I know. And that's what I've been doing. I've been so happy this week. And even when I was bumming out last week,
Were you bumming out last week?
Kind of like when I had one day where I was just sat on my couch all day,
Oh yeah, but that's good for you sometimes.
Yeah.
That can be healthy.
But I'm in a groove right now. The band's kicking ass. The record's about to come out. This podcast, we fucking leveled up on the podcast.
Yeah, the podcast is crushing right now.
Yeah, and we're getting such big numbers. I'm just thankful, and I'm just like
co-host. It's all about the co-host. I'm just kidding. When I say that stuff, I'm joking.
No, you're not.
No, the interviews.
That's the thing.
People like the interviews. People come for the interviews. I'm bonus.
I don't want to blow your dick. I think everything you say is beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I do have a way with words. NickGerlocksCult.com. Check it out.
I fucking love when you sing. Sing to me right now. Come on, sing to me a little bit.
And we started from the bottom, now we're here now.
Hell yeah, come on, give it to me. Yeah. Come on, one more.
Oh, it's hard.
Come on.
If I do you, I put it.
Come on, bud. Give me some.
I can't do this part. I can't do that one. You gotta leave that one. Oh, see, you're good at the screamy.
All right. Elizabeth Cook's up next, people.
Oh, shit.
Badass.
Hell yeah.
Dude. Hallelujah. You feeling good?
I just like it. Took me a minute.
All right. Let's go.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Hold on.
Elizabeth Cook. Genius.
Have a great day, guys. Stay inspired. I want to do an inspirational speech.
Oh, shit.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I like this opening. I like when it's loose like this.
Fucking loosey-goosey. Yeah. We're going to have a great fucking week.
Hell yeah.
Whatever's worrying you today, stop. Say, shoe devil. We don't need that shit around.
Shoe devil.
Shoe devil. Oh, yeah. Shoe devil. Do you like my shoes?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's have a great week. If you want to wear some nice shoes, you know what? You're normally in the house. You want to wear that dress you had in high school? Fucking put it on.
Get your tax return and go shopping, motherfuckers.
Get your tax return and fucking treat yourself.
Hell
Elizabeth Cook will teach you all about treating herself. And I love you, and we'll catch you in the tail end. You ready, Nick? Let's fucking go. All right. Next up on the interview hour, we have Elizabeth Cook. Yo, Chris, play some Elizabeth. She is a badass, dude. I just got hip with her. My homies, Aaron Ray and Bird Cloud, and they've been talking about her forever. And she was in Hardworking Americans with Dave Schools, Todd Snyder. But she's an amazing Nashville songwriter. She's from Florida. Didn't want to do music. Went to college. She had a degree in something not music. And then she moved to Nashville and fell back in love with the art of song. And we had a great conversation. She had a rough go at it. She had to go to rehab for a little bit. We talked a little bit about that. Talked about her family life. She's one of 11. She has 11 siblings. It's got to be hard. We talked a little bit about that. But I really think you're going to enjoy this one. You know, she's down to earth. She was opened up and she was vulnerable. And I just want to say thank you, Elizabeth. So, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy Elizabeth Cook.
All right.
Wow. Elizabeth Cook, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How's the quarantine treating you?
Man, I mean, not as good as it was.
Yeah.
I mean, well, when you tour all the time and to have the best excuse ever to stay home and don't go anywhere and get your food delivered and grow a garden and, be a full-time prepper. It was fun. That part was I kind of enjoyed it, but that's over now. Cause there's vaccines and things.
The honeymoon is over.
the COVID honeymoon is over. So
have you ever had a break like that for that long?
No. And that totally occurred to me. I was like, at least like 15 years.
Holy shit. You've been gigging hard like that for 15 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's talk.
Touring at least half the year.
How hard was it to like adjust? I mean, when you're burnt out, like I'm on the same way. I've been touring for 15 years with my band and nonstop. It was like, was it hard to adjust? Like, I felt like it wasn't hard to adjust in the beginning. Like, you're like, we were ready for this fucking break, you know?
Yeah, not at all. Like, not at all. But then, like, the longer it went, it was like, it sort of began to redefine who I am in the world, you know, who you are in the world, which if you're used to making music and going out performing for people and having this sort of exchange of goods and services and energy and all that stuff, it then you stop sort of, you know, being that person. It's kind of like, I felt like it sort of like fucked with my basic sense of identity or something.
Right.
And that started to be unsettling. So yeah, I don't know. It's like, am I a tiger or am I a cheetah? I don't know anymore, you know.
How do you cope with anxiety like that?
Well, sometimes better than others. I have medication.
Yeah. Like antidepressants or?
Yes, some like from a head doctor, and then some from Mother Earth, and it's all, and then some things that I just do to, like, you know, exercise or whatever. And I just I have to, you know, always change how I'm coping, because nothing works for a long duration, it seems. So kind of always rotating that out, and it's a stumbling and imperfect, messy process. But
yeah, I feel that, you know, it's like, I've been like reading up on you. I'm like, how do you have you been dealing with anxiety and depression your whole life, or is this a new endeavor?
Yeah, for sure. I didn't know what it was. You know, we didn't have those terms around during my coming up. But yeah, for sure. I mean, my dad was a bad alcoholic. He was a wonderful, charismatic man that everybody loved, but he was a total monster dealing with his own issues. And so that wreaked havoc on our little family unit. And so, yeah, I mean, I was right there in the face of it with no siblings my age, and just with like my mama, my poor little mountain mama, trying to handle it all. So it was an intense energy to be in, from early on.
I mean, like, you're the youngest of 12?
11.
So did you feel like you had trust issues or abandonment issues, or like what was going on in your head when you were a kid?
I'm starting to think so. Yes.
Yeah. It's gotta be. I mean, like I'm one of 2 or 3, and I feel like I have fucking abandonment issues. You know, you have 11 fucking siblings.
Well, there were only 2 still at home when I came along, because they're all my half brothers and sisters by previous marriages. So my dad had 5 kids and then had a long stint in jail. And then my mama had 5 children as well. And they met, you know, 10 or so years into that process. So I was sort of disjointed from them age-wise, but really close, and still really close to the handful that I was around the most. And so, that was a thing, you know. It's like the lesson to take care of myself and be emboldened enough to take care of myself has been the greatest, like, fundamental lesson of mining through all of it. But I feel like we're a million miles deep already, and we've been talking for 5 minutes.
I know. It's not.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. This is what I want to talk about. I mean, it's gotta be hard. Like, having like a step family, it feels like it's like you don't have your own. It's like kind of like you're the outsider looking in a way. Did you feel like that?
Yeah, I mean, not so much more until like adulthood, until like our parents had passed, and that's sort of a bit of a, you know, kind of pulls a thread in the fabric of everything. And so then seeing what sort of relationships sort of withstood after that, and how they redefined. So Yeah, I mean, I'm really like I just have like a lot of love and some great relationships with a few of my siblings. I mean, we just genuinely gush over each other and check on each other, and we don't get to be together all the time.
Right.
But so that's been cool, you know, as an adult, because I was a kid. You know, they were a lot of times the ones taking care of me when something was going shit, you know, at their house, when something was going shit haywire at mine.
Yeah. So like, did you feel like your dad was never there for you when you were a kid?
No, I did not feel that way. He was definitely there. I think, and it's a lovely thought to think either way, but I was like a love baby. Where they just genuinely fell in deep love and had me, because it made no sense that they would elect to have a child, and they didn't have to, because my mother got diagnosed with cancer, like ovarian cancer, or maybe it was uterine. I wish I knew for sure. But anyway, she had the option of getting like a hysterectomy when they found out she was pregnant, because that's what they wanted to do. That's how they treated women's cancer parts in the 70s, you know.
So crazy.
So they're like, well, you have cancer and you're pregnant, by the way. So we want to do a hysterectomy, and we can go ahead and do that anytime. And they elected, even though I was conceived in a motel where they were living.
What?
They elected to have me. And try and see. And she's 42 years old. I'm her sixth kid. He's
shit.
48 years old and like fresh sprung out of a prison stint. And they were just so in love and good time and honky tonk life. They were into it and decided to see the pregnancy through if it would happen. And then it did. And I came out into their world, you know, and we were a bonded little Three Musketeers, you know, the whole time that they were alive in my life.
Well, shout out to the good sperm and the good egg. 46, 48. Let's get it.
Yeah. No,
I mean, it's like, do you ever think about that? Like, you could have not been here.
Oh, yeah.
Does that freak you out, or does that like make you feel fortunate that you're living every day, or like does that get you through your anxiety?
No, because I'm one of those weirdos that thinks like we're all here all the time.
Yeah,
in just different shapes and forms. So yeah, not really. I don't have that much of a precious perspective on my mortality, which is helpful in life, you know.
Right.
So yeah, and two, you know, during one period of my life, I helped a lot of people die, or as they were dying, I was with them, and in a few instances alone with them when they like walked into the other side, you know. So watching birth, like watching death is also a very deeply spiritual experience,
right?
You know.
What were you doing? Watching people die?
It was family. So I had like 5 people died in my family in like 24 months. It was crazy.
What?
Started like my dad, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law. Like it was like really happened. It all happened fast. So my mother, who had died a few years earlier, actually, and then my dad and my mother-in-law, I was in a caretaking frontline role, you know, and when we got daddy home from the hospital to have his final days, hospice came in, and me and my sister just fired him immediately.
Oh my!
You know, she's a nurse.
What were they doing?
Anyway,
what was hot? What did you see that you didn't like how they were treating them?
Well, I just thought they weren't going to do as good a job as we would. That we knew what to do. That, you know, again, my sister's like a registered nurse. We knew what was coming. We knew how to deal with the end times with what we had to work with.
Yeah.
And we could do it. We could care for him and with a little more sensitivity and grace and sort of cathartic love around all of it, you know.
So
like my sister was showering him instead of some like person from down the mountain, you know, that
doesn't know
like
him.
commended. Yeah. It was like it's an act of love.
That's crazy. So when you're going through all these deaths, and how old were you? when that happened?
Oh gosh. Okay, let me do math for a second. It's a different side of the brain.
Sorry, it's early. I didn't.
Yeah, and it's early. Damn it, Andy. God. So let's see. It was like 10 years ago. So I was like late 30s.
Were you like dealing with death like that? Did you ever get into like substance abuse or anything like that?
I mean, I didn't think so. No, I did. I had one day where I made a bunch of bad decisions.
Like what? What'd you do?
It was an award show day, and I was going through this moment in Nashville where I had sort of become a gossip of the scene.
Oh no!
In not a good way.
Oh no!
And I had to be on display, and I had just been through all those deaths and a house fire and 2 divorces, and so I got real skinny. I was vulnerable. I was weak.
Mm-hmm.
But I was still expected to be present. So I was singing in Hardworking Americans then.
With Todd and
that's what
Dave Schools.
Yeah. And that's what brought me to the Ryman that night and the award show that night, is because I was participating with them. Anyway, I took a Xanax in the morning as I was getting ready for the red carpet, as you do. Yeah. Xanax and champagne is like part of the whole tradition and makeup of it. It's fundamental. It's like putting on your pants, you know?
Oh my God.
So did that, and then realized that I had a lot of responsibilities. I was making 3 different appearances that night. I was presenting an award, a lot of sitting in with different places around town. I had a driver.
Yeah.
So I took an Adderall because I thought I'd better be able to remember all this shit.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
And then, then I got to the Ryman, and my dress was like not fitting me because I was too skinny. It was like falling off one shoulder, and I could feel people looking at me. There were really, really bad rumors going around that were bizarrely untrue, and it was scaring me because it was like people were ganging up on me, believing this story that was out there. And so I took an Oxycontin that my temporary assistant handed me and washed it down with the thermos of Greyhounds I had brought from the house.
Oh my God.
So apparently I had a toxic cocktail of
like a speedball
pharmaceuticals.
Like,
do what?
It's like a speedball. It's like you're going up and down.
I don't even know what that would be. And it was over the period of the day, but I was so weak and skinny and, not good. So that was a dangerous day.
So what happened? Did you like pass out or
well,
like, did you have to go to the
no.
hospital,
I mean, I went, there's photos. Matter of fact, here is one. That's my last gig of the night. So clearly I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
But I'm also totally in the zone, which is why I have this photo up.
Right.
And I did all my obligations pretty much seamlessly.
Yeah.
And got home and went to bed. And I don't remember all of it, but I remember doing the parts I was supposed to do and it feeling fine.
Yeah.
So then I had like an intervention, like some people came over and were like,
Did you go to rehab or?
Yeah. Yeah.
What did they, so what was the intervention? Who came over to your house and who talked to you and what were they worried about?
David Macias, they were worried I was going to die. Yeah. David Macias came over. He asked me if I thought I was making good decisions for myself. And I said, no, man, I don't make good decisions on the cereal aisle. Like I'm making horrible decisions all the time. It's like terrible. But they thought I might have an eating disorder or that I might be addicted to something. And they did not know, but they knew that it needed to get found out. So
what'd you find out?
I had a tour with Todd that was coming up that was going to like be my nut for the rest of the year. Yeah. And I was so looking forward to it. Just me and him on a bus, just doing a solo run. And we enjoy our time so much. And I thought it would be really helpful and healing for me. And I had 2 new songs I wanted to go in the studio and demo.
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't they wouldn't give me flip the studio bill or whatever for me to go do. It's like pre-pro for the next record, or when they wouldn't trust me to go do that or anything at that moment. So the things that would have helped me looked dangerous to other people or risky to other people. I disagree with that assessment still today.
Yeah.
But I tried to get out of it, man, but they found a place in San Diego and I went there.
Yeah. What about, okay, so like, it's crazy because when you think of rehab, you think like you'd be addicted to something. What were you suppressing? Like you told me, you like kind of like brushed over that there was a house fire and 2 divorces. I mean, like, what happened? What happened with the house fire?
Well, then my sister got a divorce and I got a divorce. And so my sister's divorce had to do with the house fire, and I'll just leave that I'll leave that there. But yeah, the main house up at the farm where my mom and daddy had lived in a little trailer down below them, burned down to the ground. And
did they die? Did anyone die?
Claire, no, just the pets and know a lot of stuff. But no, my sister climbed out a window.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And so, and then I got the call, and it's like an hour outside of Nashville. So I drove out there, and we just stood and watched it. And then we all went down to the trailer, and Mama and Daddy were both past at this point. By about 6 months, Daddy had been gone. So we had the trailer was down there and empty. So we all just ended up sort of huddling in there and making popcorn on the stove and and I think I had the Opry that weekend, and we all gathered there. And
are you good at holding your feelings in? I'm like, that seems like a lot of things that will beat you up. How did you like?
Well, it's not like it is. I mean, that is effectively what's happening, I guess. But it's just like having to be strong, feeling like you got to be strong.
Right.
Be strong for your family, be strong for the nieces and nephews, that are witnessing this. And you're now the oldest adults around them that they see. And, you just try to keep your shit together. And,
is it hard to write about this, like as a musician and a songwriter?
No, it's helpful.
Yeah. Does it?
Yeah. Like I mean, it's intense, but it's helpful.
What's the hardest song that you had to write about this situation?
Well, they're not all written yet, for sure. But I have to think about that. Oh, here's probably going to be on Exodus of Venus, I'm going to guess. I mean, the hardest. None of them were hard to write.
Really?
Yeah, because when I'm being moved by that kind of feeling and thoughts, it's like, we're on a train, the train's on the track, right. And it's not like this labored process. Probably the hardest song that I've written to date emotionally was Marry the Submissing Years, which is the last song on Aftermath.
So tell me about the situation. I'm not familiar with that song. What's it about?
Okay, so John Prine, I'm sure you're familiar with him. He had an album called The Missing Years. And there's a song on it called The Missing Years. And it's all about when Jesus goes off the grid in the Bible between the ages of 12 and 24.
Oh, yeah.
So Jesus goes off the grid. And so John Prine just writes this song. It's like really long narrative of what all Jesus was doing. And he gets a band and he goes to Italy and has pork chops with it and gets a girlfriend and they have a great time and, all this stuff. So I had wanted to write a mirror to that song about Jesus's mother and what she was doing during that exact same time frame and sort of juxtapose her experience with his.
Because he was missing?
Yeah. Well, because he's missing.
Yeah. So
I wrote a song called Marry the Submissing Years, and it mirrors John's, and it's like a 6-minute song. And it's sort of like about the plight of the woman overall, which is for me, and,
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was like, that was painful when I realized what I had written about and about how you try but you're oppressed and all the different phases of going low and getting strong again to get thwarted and the whole experience.
Do you hold your feelings in to make others happy versus making yourself happy?
I don't really think about the end of who's happy or who's not happy.
Hell yeah. I'll clap for that. Let's go.
It's sort of just a stubborn determination to stay strong a lot, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like.
Because I think it's a survival instinct.
Right.
It's, my daddy was always he was worried and he wanted me to be able to take care of myself. And he would like throw a sack of feed or something over my shoulder when I was little and be like, "You're the only boy I got. You got to toughen up. You're the only boy I got.
Holy shit.
Come on." And he would tell me like, "You need to be able to tread water for 45 minutes. He taught me to drive when I was 11. And I took the car alone and drove around the city streets of Wildwood, Florida.
Oh my God.
With the window down in a little Chevy Chevette.
That's what I want to talk about. You grew up in Wildwood?
Yeah.
Florida? What is it? Tell me about like living small. Is it like, how'd you survive? Like, it seems like it'd be a lot of like, I don't know. I'm from California, LA, so I might be stereotyping Florida, Wildwood, Florida right now, but
probably not. But.
So did you grow up poor? Did you grow up middle class? Like, tell me about your life in Wildwood.
Upper, lower, middle, maybe. I don't know. So, I was conceived in the motel, and then my parents got a hardworking people and smart people. They got a little trailer and trailer park, but then my uncle died, who had moved to Florida from West Virginia years ago. And he had one of those little Sears Roebuck kit houses. So my mother inherited it. So we moved into there, and that's the house I grew up in. And my daddy had the ingenuity to use his welding certificate he got while he was in jail to get a mobile welding unit and put it on the back of a truck, so that he could drive out into the fields of farmers, or, welding for somebody to fix. Usually you got to take it to the shop.
Right.
But he could drive out to a farm where irrigation pipe was burst. And it kind of like really helped the little local community and economy of ranchers and farmers there. So he kind of became an important man, and we had a good business. He never had like a fleet of trucks or anything like that, but he occasionally had a helper or two. So I was like their little white trash princess, and I got kind of spoiled, I think.
Yeah.
Given the scenario.
How many others?
But I didn't have things that my friends had. We didn't have a shower in that house. We only had a bathtub.
What?
And I remembered the linoleum on the floor was a picture of green shag carpet.
Really?
It was so fucked up. And then my mama, who was a great housekeeper and housewife, she cleaned. It was clean. She like mopped those floors till the like corners were kind of rotting and peeling up, on it. And I just remember kind of being little and staring at that and like kind of being like, what the hell is that? I had, it's Florida. It's freaking gorgeous.
Yeah.
A lot. And wild and so fascinating for a kid to grow up in the nature and the wildlife that's around there. I had a little Schwinn bike, and then I had a Western Flyer bike after that, and I tore it up on those bikes. And we went fishing a lot. After work, me and Mom and Daddy like get in the work truck and fishing poles sticking off the back and go fish. And my parents really loved doing that together. That was one of the things they really enjoyed doing.
Did you have a lot of friends, or were you like kind of like being like you like being by yourself?
A mix of both those things. But yeah, I had some great friends in school, and I had a lot of fun. I was fortunate there. I was on the end of more popular, maybe a little kooky though, and uncomfortable to maybe fit all the classic roles of the popular person in school. But all my friends were on the other side of town, in nicer houses and stuff. But we didn't think about it that much. We partied.
Yeah, you talk
together
about
and hung out together and spent the night at each other's houses, and
it's awesome. Like, you talk about having older parents. I had older parents too. My sisters are 8 years older than me, and my parents are older. Did that affect you at all, having older parents when you were young like that? Did they have energy like to like really give you like that kid life, or did you feel like you had to like find energy from fucking hauling ass on your Schwinn and shit?
Yeah, that for sure. Yeah, they were they were in love and they were very preoccupied with their own life, and they loved me, and I was 1000% doted on. But they had lived through some rough chunks of life, and they were enjoying their little family and also in love. And Daddy had a business that was working, and Mama didn't have to work, you know, and could just stay home and like basically be his handmaid, you know. But
and she's going through cancer through this stuff.
No, well, she had the hysterectomy as soon as I was out on the same visit. Oh, okay. Like they got me and they got everything at the same time. And so she was recovering from that as in my early days.
So was it your dad who taught you the art of song or the love of song? Who taught you who made you fall in love with songwriting?
I mean, that's definitely my mom. She had such a passion for music. It brought her so much joy. I could see her escape when she played and sang. And she was a great mandolin player, kind of a savant, and acoustic rhythm guitar player, really talented musician. And could sing. And I think like watching her escape and seeing that was like such a nice thing as a kid for me to see her do. That I really kind of fell in love with it too, like what she was doing. I was like, oh, that's a good feeling, you know. But then my daddy, he was more in it for the entertainment aspect,
right,
and the getting to entertain and being the center of attention aspect. So, you know, that's where the showbiz comes into play, I guess. Right. But yeah, Mama was a really serious musician and wrote songs and wrote great songs.
What'd she teach you about songs?
Well, I don't think she ever sat down and was like, here's a song, you know. Yeah. But as early as I can remember coming home from school, she would have lyrics written out for me on a poster board.
Wow.
To practice. And I can remember learning Harper Valley PTA because it's a Tom T. Hall song.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like 4 or 5 verses a story. It's kind of, you know, dense lyric. And and I remember like struggling with that one. But so she taught me songs in that way. And
do you remember your first
then
song?
She taught me how to sing harmony.
Oh.
She taught me how to she did like we had a lesson about that kind of on a drive late one night coming back from the studio.
What'd she teach you? Did you still remember?
She put on I Saw the Light by Hank Williams and played it over. We played it over and over again. No, she didn't put it on. What am I thinking? She sang it. And she was like, sing with me, sing the harmony. And we did it for like an hour or so straight. Same song over and over until I started finding it. And when I'd find it, she'd let me know like, yep, you know, or like, you know, and I would she just let me sort of fish. So once I locked with her and felt that vibration, I knew what harmony was and how that felt from an instinctive standpoint because we didn't have, you know, formal music education.
Wow, that's so. Were you passionate about music through high school and stuff, or because I'm kind of trying to wrap my head around like if you're so passionate about this at such a young age, why'd you get a dual degree in accounting and computer information systems? You know?
Yeah, right. I know. I don't know what happened. No, I do. I know what I think happened. So, you know, all that's going on, and that's like the musical bliss side of what was going on. On the other hand, my dad is a raging drunk alcoholic.
Right.
And they would get these gigs and go play bars. Sometimes I would come with them to the Pine Grove Lounge, specifically. So I'm a young kid in a bar, you know, maybe 4 or 5, maybe younger. I mean, when she was pregnant with me, they were playing a bar. They had a band and they were playing in a bar yeah, pretty good. Except my daddy, because my mother was great.
Yeah.
But my daddy as a bass man, like I said, more of an entertainer. But he did have he had a 72p bass, you know, and they played like Buck Owens song, just simple honky tonk music, you know. for like working people.
Right.
And it was a party, and it was a lot of times ended in violence and rage. And a lot of times, like whatever would come up around the music part would trigger my parents into, an episode. So I associate those things.
I bet.
And was like, oh God. I mean, it took a long time when I started really touring as an adult to get over the smell of sound check. Because a lot of times it's that pine sol mop or that mop water.
Holy shit.
Stale beer and old smoke.
Yes.
And, the smell of sound check.
Yeah.
And it smelled like the Pine Grove Lounge to me.
Do you ever get deja vu at some of these venues when, you're sound checking and start thinking about the other side of that when you were younger?
Yeah, from time to time, not all the time, but every once in a while. Yeah.
So you were done.
I'll look around and I'll kind of remember it, So I didn't want to be around that.
Yeah.
I wanted stability, security. I wanted boring. I wanted to iron some things out and have a more traditional type life, I think. I did well in school, so I could,
right.
If we could figure out how to pay for it, or how it was going to be paid for. So I got to go through 1 year of community college, and then I got to go to Georgia Southern because of the grants and stuff that started coming available. I went to Georgia Southern.
So you're done with music and after high school. You just didn't want to be your parents.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it anymore. I didn't like how I sang. I hated playing guitar. I just didn't want anything to do with it. But I kept finding my way around it because I still enjoyed it, enjoyed other people doing it. If there was a country rock band playing in Statesboro, Georgia, out on the county line where no college kids were going to be. This is like the OG, trash country people around Bullitt County. I'd get a girlfriend up and go out there and try to find somebody to go with me, and sometimes sit in with them and stuff because they're covering, Kentucky Headhunters and Skinner and,
and you're like, I got this shit. No problem.
That was a great time, man. I mean, I still love the music.
Were you, how was your partying in college? Were you out of control a little bit, or were you a student?
Yeah, I was both. I was definitely out of control. I put myself in many dangerous situations.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. And mastered the keg stand. Had a lot of fun. Wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah.
Had this crazy redneck girlfriend, and she was a trip. And me and her together, like we could make big parties happen because we decided we wanted to throw a party in an apartment complex. And we were like, little redneck event planners for college kids.
When did you start hooking up with girls?
What?
You said you had a girlfriend, or was that just a friend?
Oh, no.
Okay.
A girl, no. No.
I was like, all right, this is like a little experimental part of the cook life.
No, we slept in the same bed because we were so fucking poor. But we're always just buds. And
that's cool.
She's long time married to a fellow that she met there towards the end of our college experience, and I just saw them over Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's great. So you graduated from college. What made you decide to move to Nashville and try it out?
I had 2 job offers. So one was for Ernst & Young in Atlanta, and one was Pricewaterhouse in Nashville. And the Pricewaterhouse gig was like $4 more grand a year, I think.
Uh-huh.
And it was in Nashville. And I thought, well, maybe that'd be fun just to be around. I'm a free girl now. I'm going to start making my own way, my own life in this town.
Right.
And so I thought that might be fun, but it wasn't the focus. And my sister had moved up here, and they were looking for land because mom and daddy were going to come up here too.
Was it cheap in 96?
Cheap?
Was Nashville cheap?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I bought a house in East Nashville for $60,000.
Shut the fuck up.
In 2001, me and my husband at the time. Yeah.
Wow. Did you meet him in Nashville?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this was 96. You got this job. Did you like it, or were you over it at Price Waterhouse?
No, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. And I lasted 18 months.
And then, so what was going through
as
your
an
mind?
accountant? I went to school for 6 years for a job I lasted 18 months.
What did you learn from that?
Sometimes you have to find out what you're not, and that's just as valuable as the other.
Right.
And I'm proud that I took chances and made decisions to make steps in my life towards something that were kind of bold.
Uh-huh.
And so yeah, I don't regret. I don't regret it, but it was not enjoyable.
No. So what got you back into music? Like, what was the moment, the epiphany?
Well, I got a publishing deal to write songs on Music Row.
And you weren't even really practicing it, or what?
No.
Let's fucking go. I'm gonna clap to that too. That shit is tight.
Yeah. Well, I had like written a little bit in college and kind of would plunk around with it from time to time. So I had a song. I had a song called Time on Her Hands. It was like early Reba.
Hell yeah.
And so I met this guy at a party, a music like songwriter party, and he had said, "Hey, you sing," because we would jam and stuff. He's like, "You got this traditional country voice. I know a guy that needs demos, sung by somebody with your type voice. Would you go meet up with him?" So on my lunch break, I remember what I was wearing, like a 2-piece wool pantsuit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I had my business game. I was a big 6 accounting firm auditor. So,
crazy.
I'm like 26, So I walk in there and he was like, "Yeah, you want to sing something?" And so I picked up a guitar and I sang the song that I had written in college. And he said, "Do you want a publishing deal?" And I said, "Maybe, yeah." And because I hated that job so much and it hated me.
Was it like half the salary too, the publishing deal, or what?
Oh, less than half.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think I went from $40K, which was my starting at Price Waterhouse, with every benefit in the world and guaranteed big raises every 3 years and all this stuff.
Were you married yet?
Mm-mm.
So you haven't met your ex-husband yet?
Mm-mm. Okay. No, not yet. But I would around that publishing deal.
Okay, so you're making $15,000 a year, $17,000 a year.
I think it was like 18.
Holy shit!
It was 18, and I have a wealthy cousin that paid off one of my student loans.
Hell yeah!
It's like $10,000 or something, and he's a millionaire.
Yeah,
he paid off one. He's a big country music fan, and he paid off one of those loans. He and my daddy were tight. My daddy helped raise him and helped him get his first car and
stuff.
Were you
close with him?
With who, daddy?
No, the cousin.
Oh, the cousin. Yeah. Still, I just saw he's passed, but I saw his son when I played down in Florida a few weeks ago.
Cool.
He came and bought me a giant avocado off his avocado tree. It was epic. I took it to Thanksgiving. I mean, this thing is the size of a small pumpkin. An avocado is gorgeous Florida shit, man. So I'm like, y'all shit on Florida all you want, because I know that Florida is heaven on earth.
Oh my God, that is fucking amazing. So this guy, he basically kind of like got you out of like this like financial prison for you to be okay with taking $17,000 a gig.
Yeah. I mean, we were going to figure out a way. I mean, daddy was in, it's like, we were going to figure out a way.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, but that made it. Yeah. But I couldn't afford rent anywhere. So that office up there was in an old Warner Brothers building. It was like a building from the 1800s. Wow. And it was like originally like a home for like unwed mothers where they would come to have their babies.
Yeah. Those publishing houses feel like old, like porn audition rooms or something,
Yeah. Well,
so
this
sterile.
Building was like from the 1800s. It did feel like an old hospital type situation before they even had like IVs and shit.
Right.
So that became the Warner Brothers building. Up on the third floor in that corner office, they had a shower across the hall. And the publishing company owned all the Starday and King record collection, which is the first 5 George Jones albums, early James Brown. And they had it all on vinyl lining the walls of this one room. So I got this little fold out, not even a little couch, a chair. It was a chair, but it folded out.
To a single?
and moved all my shit into that little room. That was like an empty office right next door to the main office. And there was shower calls on. I lived there for 3 years.
So like looking back, like, damn, like they must have been dealing with a lot of artists for them to let you sleep there for 3 years. I mean, they must have really believed in you.
Well, they did. But this was Nashville was a small office of a really large publishing company.
Oh, okay.
Based out of New York called Carlin. And Freddie Beanstalk is this legendary old publishing character in New York. And so the only reason that office was down there is because they had a little bit of country catalog but they were making their money from like AC/DC and Meatloaf and you know, and then early works, you know, like the catalog they were truly one of the dinosaur giants. So we were kind of a little bit unsupervised. And the guy that signed me was super passionate and wanted to be a producer. So he was looking for somebody that he could make records on.
And that was you.
And that was me. Yeah.
Holy shit. So during these 3 years of like living in the publishing house, was it just nothing but music? Then did you start falling in love with music? It was just, you're just like,
it was a great time. Yeah. It was a simple time.
Yeah.
Simple time, great time. They also had Townes Van Zant's catalog.
Oh, shit.
Right that year, Lucinda Williams put out Car Wheels on a Gravel Road. The floor below us was E Squared, which was Steve Earle's record label.
What the fuck?
So it was just cool. I mean, it was cool. It was a cool time. There was still some interesting things happening down on the proper Music Row corridor. You know, there were still some interesting, truly artistic tentacles that were able to operate there. And so that's when the next level of my music education really began.
Okay, so now that you feel like you're mastering the craft of songwriting, what was your first big break?
Well, I wouldn't say I felt like I was mastering.
Or like, at least like using your full brain.
I was starting to try and do it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What was the first break? Like, what was like the first song you felt like, damn, this is actually a good song?
Well, they were pretty passionate about it. When I'd write something, different songs, you know, and there were just different little indicators. Like, so these demos that we make during this time become my first indie record, which we just called the Blue record. It came out in like 1999. That record would get me a deal with Atlantic Records, but it was literally the artwork was like a picture a girlfriend had took and from Kinko's, and I folded it up and slid it in the case, and then we passed them all around town. And then Alan Lomax's grandson started selling records overseas and buying them from us, and we got them consigned in like the local Tower Records and stuff.
Right.
So it started kind of getting attention around town, which was cool. But when there was a song called You Say and a guy down the hall could hear us playing the demo and just came down the hall and was like really into this song. And then there was a song that I wrote that I don't know if it ever made it on a record, but I had a fancy co-writer come and I showed it to her, and I could tell she was kind of, you know, she was like, well, that song is done. And she was kind of offended that I'd even played it for her. Yeah.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because it was, I mean, looking back now, it was kind of a little bit, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. It was a strong, lyrical piece of music, but it was unconventional and it was awkward and weird and
right.
You know, still not, you know, was doing it, but really wasn't finding my lane, you know, like.
How long did it take you to find your lane?
About 18 years.
Really?
Maybe. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Still maybe just, you know, painting the lines.
Shit.
But yeah. I don't know.
Is it when you say like it took 18 years, like, are you just a perfectionist and didn't realize you just weren't satisfied with yourself and your art?
Yeah, for sure.
How'd you get through that?
Stubborn, just keep learning to mitigate being mad at yourself for not liking it.
Right.
And not so hard on yourself that you don't have the freedom to keep trying to do it so you can rectify it and get better at it. So, just having to sort of stare that down and leap over the hurdles when I was like, still not quite there.
What about, I don't mean to be personal now. What about like love? Do you feel like it was hard for you to like accept love?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be hard. I mean, if you're beating yourself up over what lane you are with your career, I mean, the personal stuff has got to be hard too, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, with the work, it's just more like, and again, it's just trying to find like not concerned with the marketplace, but just concerned more with whether I liked it or not, you know? So yeah, I think I'm hard to be in a relationship with.
Yeah.
Because I have a high standard of myself and I tend to apply that to others around me. But, not to say that I like to think I'm an immensely caring and nurturing person to also anyone that I love, because it's fierce,
right.
Fierce love.
Is it hard to love yourself?
I don't really think about it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, more than I'd say it's hard to love myself. It just feels like a waste of time.
Why?
because I should be like working on, I feel like I need to like Venmo you $120 after this or something. I, feel like I should just be working on chasing that feeling of doing good work.
Right. It's like,
that's the fun. That's where I feel joy. That's where I feel
same
love. And when I'm able to like exchange that with people or tell that something that I've written and that I'm playing for them in front of them is moving them.
Right.
And how healing that is, then, that's my job. And I care about being in that space more than I was like, self, I really appreciate you today.
No, you're totally fucking right. Because like, I'm the same way. Like I'm happiest when I'm fulfilling my dreams, Like when I stop thinking about fulfilling my dreams, like right now, like I've been on the road. I just got back 2 days ago, but I've been on the road for like 3.5 months through COVID and like 70 shows.
It's a new level of stressful, isn't it?
Oh my God. Right now, oh my God. Touring through this COVID thing is fucked up, dude.
It is.
Dude, I couldn't, do you know Aaron Ray by chance?
I do. Loosely. Yes.
Aaron Ray is one of my close friends. And like
she's incredible.
She's an incredible
so
person and she's funny. Yeah, exactly. Like Bird Cloud, like Jasmine and those crew. Like,
man, I love that girl. Jasmine is my shit. I love Jasmine.
But exactly. And they like, it's like this idea of like, you could write, you could be sensitive, you be introspective, but you could also not take yourself so seriously, And we need to like, we forget that. Right?
It's a beacon of hope, isn't it? And like Thelma and the Sleaze,
dude,
they've got she's
a
that
bad bitch, dude. I love her,
man.
dude.
I love her too,
dude.
And just like her reckless abandon, is inspiring to watch. It's a lesson in letting go. It's like,
is it hard for you to let go?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, me too.
I feel super responsible for my own safety.
Yeah, same. It's
so I don't like if people are like, oh, let's trip on mushrooms. It's like, I'll take a little bit, I'll fuck off with them here and there, but it's like, I'm not going to like, let me go see if I can see an owl in a tree. It's like, no. I see too much already as it is. I'm already completely overwhelmed with what is in my peripheral right now. I do not need to see past that.
And it's like, it's a control thing too,
Control for sure. Yeah.
Is it hard
again?
For
It's
you
just
to,
not feeling safe. Not feeling safe.
Are you remarried or have a boyfriend or girlfriend?
I have a boyfriend.
Nice. How it's like from like learning from your experiences of your past relationships? Are you like dealing with this relationship in a more, mature way? I guess I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, I think so, and I think it's good, and it's interesting because there's an age gap.
Yeah,
and I'm like, and I'm older than him
Hell
by
yeah.
a pretty good clip.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, hey, man, I'm just telling you, like, from a life experience perspective, like, this is how it got to be, I think, based on what I've learned. And it's just like not trying to lay like girlfriend rules or whatever. Actually, I think I have less of those than he was used to.
Right.
Be just from being an older woman, you know. And knowing that I'll be okay with or without his ass.
Let's fucking go. Let's go. There she is. Hell yeah.
But
Oh, I think I lost you. Oh, hold on one sec. Sorry, Elizabeth. I think I lost you. Damn. What a great conversation. I think
did you freeze?
I got you now. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's just a bad storm in Denver, so they probably
Oh shit, you're in Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, y'all get those. I feel like every time I'm trying to land in a plane there.
Right. So yeah, I mean, I know you got to go. How much time do you have? You have a couple more minutes?
Yeah. I don't know what time it is.
Okay, cool. I want to talk about your radio show. What's your fascination with radio?
Oh, I mean, I'm not particularly fascinated with it, I would say. I never thought of that I would be a DJ or somebody that would talk on the radio. But it just sort of happened, and mainly because apparently I have an accent and that was on brand with the channel.
Yeah.
And I was female, so I just sort of fit this bill and started doing it. And because I had no training and no direction whatsoever, I think it kind of took on a more original type life in my approach to it for people. So it seems like, it doesn't feel like they're listening to a DJ. Like I don't have a DJ voice,
right?
That I turn on. Which Bob Dylan does and on that radio show that he has done. But I feel like it's, he's being ironic.
Totally.
Like he do.
I just interviewed Steve Van Zandt. Any part of that?
Oh,
dude, he is a legend, dude.
When?
Yesterday.
How long ago?
Yesterday.
Head.
Dude.
He just played a major role in my life.
Dude, any part of Outlaw?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just changed my life.
What did he do? Tell me.
He renegotiated a deal.
Really?
Single-handedly.
Oh.
And wouldn't let anybody else talk to him. Not me, not my lawyer, not my agent, not my manager. We were instructed and he did it.
He's like, I got
and he
this
did
shit.
a good job. He did a good job.
Oh my God.
So,
isn't he amazing?
Yeah,
like, I really feel like he really wants to help.
I was thinking about stopping. Next year was going to be 15 years. And I was thinking about stopping.
And he's like, no, we're going to make you happy. He told me.
He wanted to try.
He gave me it's like, I was like burnt out at the interview. I just got back from my tour, flew in. He's like, hey, you can't burn yourself out. It's not about, you need to take time and it's part of the life, the rock and roll life, not just work and then get your 2 weeks off. He's all about living life genuinely.
Have a great time.
Yes. Have you learned that from the experiences you've had in the music industry? Are you trying to be less hard on yourself?
Yeah, I used to, as in my sarcasm, when we would be on tour in the van and we would ride by like a water park or a theme park, roller coaster park right by the interstate somewhere, Louisville or Atlanta or wherever you see those. And I would just kind of muse and say to the band, wow, look at that. People are having leisure. I couldn't imagine taking a whole day and hundreds of dollars and going and fucking off in a roller coaster park right now. I could not fathom doing that. So that kind of made me aware that maybe I was off base there a little bit. And so I tried to, make sure that we have enjoyment and blowing off steam time, because it is part of the job. Right. And I'm always telling my boyfriend, rest is part of work. And we're not used to that as the poor labor force, we're dog whip.
Is he a musician too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dog whip all the time. I was like, and then guilt when you stop and take a whole day and binge a TV show.
Right.
But when your work is, you're getting to create and it's super fulfilling and it's also maybe helping pay the bills, then you're driven to just stay on that all the time, but it's not sustainable.
Yeah, it's true. Well, Elizabeth, thank you so much for talking to me. You're fucking awesome.
Hey,
yeah, this is
thanks.
great. Yeah, we got to be friends. I feel like we're simpatico on some vibes, and you love all the people I love, so I'm just thankful that you took the time to talk to me. I appreciate it.
Well, I'm thankful for your time and your thoughtful questions and being invited on your cool podcast. Well, so thank you so much.
We're in this together. I got one last question. I'll let you go on to your lovely life in Nashville. What do you want to be remembered by?
Songwriting.
Yeah. Good.
Or writing.
Yeah. Good.
Well,
I have a feeling you will be.
I hope so. It's taking a while to try to get eyes pointed there. Hope that they notice.
Well, we all are. We're noticing, and we're fans, and keep doing the Lord's work out there. I'm Jewish. I don't even know why I said that.
As a general term, that's how I like to look at Lord and Jesus and all that. It's more of a general term.
Well, hopefully we could have go hang out in Nashville when I'm back in there.
Yeah, holler, man.
All
holler
right.
At me. My manager's got all my. She knows my.
I'll follow you on Instagram, and we'll holler. Elizabeth,
right,
thanks for being
good,
on the
man.
show, and you have a great day. Okay.
Thanks, Andy.
Later,
Bye.
dude. Bye. Hell yeah, that was a blast. Thank you, Elizabeth. That was fucking cool. I love that. The unexpected. Because I didn't really know too much about her until this week. I started. I just got back from tour, and I'm getting ready for all these interviews that I'm doing this week. And surprising, everyone says she's a badass, and when you get to feel it hands-on, it's fucking awesome. So thanks for being on the show, Elizabeth. All right, we'll catch you on the tail end. Hey guys, it's Andy. I like to talk about our new sponsor, Screwball Whiskey. Yes, with a K, baby. They're sponsoring the podcast, and we are going to do actually a campaign where you're going to hashtag Screw Frasco.
Yeah.
SKREWFRASCO. Yes, you are.
Oh, I thought you were supposed to be alone.
It's okay. We can cut to you if you want. Screw Frasco. Put all if you want to roast me, if you want to, if you have pictures.
Start over.
No, let's keep it going.
Okay.
Screw Frasco. Put a picture up of me if I look fucked up.
Yeah.
And let's just see how many.
You can find a picture of you looking fucked up.
I think there's a lot of pictures of me fucked up. So, hashtag Screw Frasco.
Prizes.
And you got to tag at Screwball. Is it at Screwball Whiskey?
It's a hashtag. It's not at.
No, the tag is at Screwball Whiskey.
Okay, but do hashtag Screwball Whiskey.
Hashtag Screwball Whiskey and hashtag Screw Frasco. And at, that sounds like too much work for people. All right,
it's the worst ad in the history of ads.
No, we're doing it. We're keeping it going. We're going live. All right, hashtag Screw Frasco, and then tag Screwball Whiskey to know that they're being promoted. We're horrible. We're horrible at ads.
Should we just send Screwball Whiskey their money back?
We're so bad at ads. What?
Barefoot marketing.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna announce the winners on every week. So if you make a funny video,
we'll put it on there.
We'll put it on the show.
We'll probably put the top 4 or 5 on the show.
Yeah. And then the winner, maybe we'll give them tickets to the next show in their town.
Unless it's a festival.
Unless it's that. Calm it down.
That.
No,
can't do that.
Okay. God. Enjoy Screwball Whiskey.
I think I own a turtleneck.
You are a turtleneck.
I don't know. You're from upstate New York. Maybe they have turtlenecks out there.
Didn't you go to liberal arts school?
You go to liberal arts school?
Yeah. No.
Turtleneck.
All right.
Yeah, you did. Every college is liberal arts now.
And there you have it. Thank you, Elizabeth Cook, for being honest and being vulnerable.
Yeah.
I loved it. Yeah, she's the shit. I really did. I wish that one was videoed because we were really connecting. I was having a crush on her heavy. She's married or has a boyfriend.
Yeah, you should definitely talk about your crush on her in the interview then.
I didn't because I'm a professional interviewer.
Right.
But
did you have a crush on her?
She's amazing. I mean, she was just really smart and really cool and really honest. I fuck with Nashville. I want to move to Nashville.
I don't think
second
you'd
home.
I don't think you'd like living there.
Why?
So I don't think you'd like it. It's more like LA than Denver, like the people kind of.
Yeah.
a bit of like the, what do you do? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you play for? You know?
Yeah, I get it.
But Denver has that a little bit too.
But I like
guess.
Nashville because it's like no bullshit.
I mean, the
Songwriters. I love songwriters.
Inarguable there.
Yeah.
Definitely better songwriters there than anywhere pretty much. Maybe LA or New York, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Well,
I
that's
got
just
dates.
numbers.
I got
Dates.
dates. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday this weekend, guys. I'm turning 34 years old. Jesus.
It's 192 in dog years.
34. I mean, I'm still,
No,
I'm not
more
too,
than that.
I don't feel old, but I don't feel young.
You're not young.
I
You're not
know.
old either.
I'm not old. I'm in my prime.
You're in that weird, well,
I can't really celebrate a 34th birthday, hence why I'm throwing a show at the, where are we playing? Boulder Theater? Fox Theater.
Fox Theater.
God, I can't remember shit. February 11th, Fox Theater. February 10th, 10 Mile Music Hall. And then the 9th in Steamboat at that, I never played there before in Steamboat.
Which place?
Old Town Pub.
Oh, I love that guy.
He's cool.
Owner's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're competing with Schmeggedy's show and,
What do they have?
I don't know, some DJ. But they sold it out, so
That's good.
it's good. But we didn't sell that many tickets to Steamboat.
People do day off there.
I don't know if there's that many music heads out there.
Oh, it's a bigger town there than you think.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's
come
like
out
a
to
real
the show,
town.
Steamboat.
People live there.
I'm expecting a dud, but
Well,
whatever.
That's what you do. You expect the worst. What about
And then I'm going to
10 Mile? I
10
love
Mile.
that.
That's good.
Have you played there?
We've sold. I think we've half packed it so far.
Have you played there?
Once for
Cool.
like their company party or something.
I like their venue.
It's cool. All the mountain towns, and then we're going to Atlanta,
For what?
and we're playing Sweetwater's birthday party, Sweetwater Brewery.
Oh, cool.
And then we go
Like-
back to the week after. We go back to Gasparilla, and then I'm going to Puerto Rico.
Or
2 weeks.
to hang out?
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
You want to come?
No, but thanks for inviting me, though.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, I'm not going to have anything to do. I'll just make
I'm gonna take drugs and touch the water.
Maybe I'll make a bunch of audio podcasts by myself. And
Yeah, we need you to start working on that. But you
But
have
like-
you know like the avatar water, like a luminescence or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like it glows in the dark and
Yeah.
shit. I'm just gonna like take mushrooms and just like swim in that water all night.
Wow. It's like you're on fucking Real Housewives Beverly Hills.
Sounds fun as fuck.
You'd be a great rich housewife.
Shut the fuck up.
You
Nick.
would.
Why? Because I could just like want to do all this.
That like you would be fit
I'm
right
gonna be
in.
a dope dad. No, I'm not.
Mm.
I'm not gonna be. A
Here's
good
my
dad.
pitch, producers. Hold on, Bravo TV. Let's hear me out. Real Housewives Beverly Hills next season. All the same cast. Toss Frasco in. You tell me that show isn't twice as good immediately,
I'll take it.
dude. That would be so fun.
What about the Real Housewives of Denver?
They don't have that.
I know we get all like
No one's rich
all
enough.
the
here.
musician and the Wook wives and shit.
Oh man, that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
I love when jam band people think they're celebrities. It's
Yeah, I
so
know.
cute.
In Denver, they're celebrities.
It's so precious when they think they're celebrities. You guys, you're backstage at Cervantes, okay?
Oh, you're on fire. All right, we're done. We got to finish. It's a long episode. Stay safe out there. Be the best people we can be. We got the Kitchen Dwellers up next week. Hey, our boys are putting out a record.
DeCiani.
DeCiani and the boys.
He manages them, right?
Yeah. Kitchen Dwellers. And then I interviewed Hanson.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be awesome. And then I got a bunch. We got a bunch on the plate.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be fun.
Barack Obama.
We got something really big that we can't announce yet, but
we're going to be so rich.
we're going to be so rich.
We're going to be so much richer than all of you.
Yeah,
Just
no,
kidding.
we're not.
Subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah, subscribe to our $5 a month Patreon.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how rich we're going to be.
Yeah.
No, but we got some really exciting news,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's one of the biggest things of our
If it
podcast
happens.
career.
Let's not. I don't know.
If Schwartz calls me and says it's done,
Oh, did you do that? You didn't tell me that.
he basically we're at 85%.
Well, 85%, but Schwartz is working on it, which makes
But
it
Mr.
100.
Pessimism over here,
I know, but
about
Schwartz,
business.
There's one thing Schwartz can do. It's close a deal. You know what I mean?
He's
That guy's
the
good.
closer. We
I
call him the
respect
closer.
I respect Schwartz as a
Yeah.
professional.
Yep. So once we
And
can
a
announce
person.
that, that's going to be fucking tight. But until then, be safe. Don't let your demons
If we do that,
get you down.
it's gonna be so fun.
Oh, it will be blessed. Don't let your demons get you down. Be the people you want to be. Don't let people tell you that you're a piece of shit because you're not.
Who's telling people that?
in their heads. You say we judge people in the beginning before
I don't judge them. I would never call anyone a piece of shit though. That's
no,
too
but in
far.
your head, you know, you can
Not piece of shit. That's too much.
Some people are like that.
That's a terrible way to be. They usually hate themselves.
So that's what I say. Don't let those fucking assholes get you down.
Yeah.
And
They hate
let's
themselves.
have a great week and let's fucking they hate themselves.
That's
Remember
a mirror.
that.
You're a mirror.
Yeah, you're a mirror. Don't fucking put that shit on my fucking gang over here.
Read a book or something.
Yeah, read a book. Get inspired.
Make a video.
Fucking hater.
For Screw Frasco.
Make a video for Screwfast. Yeah. Put that energy on me, not on my friends.
I can't wait to see some of these videos.
Oh my God. I'm afraid. I think I opened Pandora's
Because your
box
fans
with
are
that.
wild and fun.
Yeah. I hope everyone just does some crazy shit. All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
We love you. And Nick.
Yeah, we
Thanks,
did it.
bud.
We did it again.
Thanks for drinking at noon. I know you don't like doing that.